SF Connected has installed more than 50 broadband computer labs in the senior centers in our low-income, supportive, and public housing. Free classes and tutoring are offered at all sites. Our investments are inclusive of everyone, and we recognize that seniors and people with disabilities deserve to learn the job skills they'll need to compete in the 21st century job market, as well as stay in touch with friends and family and connect with their community and our city.
Our mission really is to assist older adults and younger adults with disabilities to be as self-sufficient as they possibly can, to be safe in our community and in their homes, provide supports when people need supports, but also to offer opportunities, so whether that be educational, health supports, whatever that might be.
San Francisco is a wonderful place to live, but it has lots of features that in some ways make it difficult for folks. So the hills, the stairs, the fact that we speak so many different languages here. It's expensive to live here. If you have a disability, it's not easy to afford or to get out to do the things that you like to do. And so we think about how technology is really going to overcome that.
Being independent is really important to most people. Some people don't have the physical independence that others do, or they don't have the physical independence that they once did. Computers supply a mental and psychological independence that might be lacking, and that independence and information and education is a really powerful tool.
You have this enormous change of the way people get information, how they interact, and then you have a whole segment of society that's not part of that. And it's almost like the rest of the world learned a new language and this group didn't. And how do you engage then if you don't really understand and are part of that?
The greatest invention outside of cars and airplanes is the computer, because all three liberate man. But computers liberate you in a different way, because you don't have to get in a car and you don't have to get on a plane.
Now you can't do anything without computer. Like I say, you just would be, home, you can't go to the bank, you can bank, you can grocery, you can do anything you want on a computer now.
I found a website for gas, cheap gas prices. So if ever I plan a trip or before I buy gas, I'll check that out.
I surf and find things on sale, eBay, searching for vitamins and different things like that.
Tengo 3 hijos en El Salvador, ya ellos son mayores. Y nuestras comunicaciones siempre han sido por teléfono, que ahora se puede hablar con ellos y se puede ver uno por medio de las computadoras.
I think that people understand that computers can be really powerful tools, but again, they feel like they know so little that it's hard to start.
I'm a beginner, so little by little I learn a lot now.
It's simple, it's easy, once you know it. And that's what I want to learn. How to make my life easier and more knowledgeable with a computer.
Some folks are at the door just ready to go. They know exactly what they want to learn and what they want to do, and they're really grateful to have a guide or a tutor to help them learn that. For other people, they're scared to death of the computer. Really, they are afraid to touch it. People have told them they're too old to learn, and they believe that. And so in the beginning, we really have to coax folks to come, to sit at the computer, to just feel comfortable with how it works, to see some of the places they can go and visit once they learn a few skills, and so we start with that.
We have 50+ sites around the city, and they're in everything from senior centers or activity centers to senior disabled housing sites. Adult day health centers have them in.
There are computer centers all over the city, and there are volunteers who want to give their time helping people learn how to use the computer. So we match those folks up. In the end, more people are improving their computer skills.
We've had our computer lab for about a year, and it's had people in it every day since we opened it. Our seniors are really aware of the power of computers. They just, a little bit of courage and familiarity and some welcoming. I think some welcoming into the lab, some welcoming into the skill set is really important.
people didn't come in with just a curriculum and say, now you're going to learn email today and you're going to learn Skype tomorrow and you're going to learn this, you know, how to Google. It was really taking people from what their interest was and going from there.
For some folks, they really want a formal class that has a beginning and an end. For other folks, especially folks who are more nervous about this whole realm that they're entering, it's got to be much more informal. It's really sitting with somebody to say, what are you interested in? Do you like to cook? Let's go look for recipes. It's looking for that one thing that really gets people thinking about the opportunities that this opens up for them.
I was just going to learn email, but since I started coming here, I know email, Facebook, Skype, Twitter, so pretty well the whole 9 yards.
Once you start, you see the opportunity, right? You learn one thing and that opportunity takes you to something else.
Our participant base is 60% over 75. Lots of unfamiliarity with computers. We have a lot of people who don't know computers, know that they exist, really are not that interested in them because they don't know what they can do.
What will happen when all forms are only available online, when you can only get your social service benefits by being online? And we're not too far from that day.
The internet and technology is really changing everything, maybe faster than we can adjust to it. So for many of us, you know, we had a work life where we learned to use computers, and we continue to want to use them as a way to stay connected as we get older. But we have to keep learning about the new tools, the new online supports. For a lot of other folks, they never really used computers before now, and so it's starting from scratch.
Part of understanding the computer is understanding what you can do with it, and it's not scary. And that's our first step with people, is letting them know it's not scary, you can do all kinds of stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
So one of the things that we look for technology really to open up is the opportunity to contribute.
Technology just offers another way into the world. It's another way to learn, it's another way to be connected to people and be engaged. You know, we're really fortunate. The Mayor Lee, and the Board of Supervisors really understood the importance of doing away with that digital divide, really of this being able to assist people to come into this world and join, you know, everyone else. And so they set aside dollars for our department to continue this work for the next couple of years. The biggest need is really for volunteers at the sites. These volunteers go into the centers and they work with the folks there and teach them things. Essentially, without those volunteers, there isn't a program.